everybody, welcome. Guitar Guru Jeff here. How are you doing today? Man, I hope you said great because I have a great lesson in store for you today. Today we're going to be diving into this super cool and powerful technique that can take your guitar playing to the next level, and that is pedal tone chord progressions. In the video today we're going to be learning what a pedal tone is, how it works, we're going to be learning a few popular songs that use them, and we're going to be learning how to explore and make these our own. So what is a pedal tone chord progression and how does it work? Well, what is a pedal tone? A pedal tone is a note, a single note that is sustained or repeated while the chords change around it. Typically the pedal tone is held over several chords, creating a sense of continuity and tension. Alright, so enough with the theory behind the pedal tone. It's pretty interesting when we look over the past 30 years how much this has been used in music. I have a few great examples for you today, some songs we're going to be learning. The best one I can think of is a song called Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. I'm going to play it for you really quick and then we're going to learn it. It sounds like this. Alright, now when we learn this, what we need to do first is to learn these series of chords, dyads they're called, and these chords are going to require certain fingering. So the very first chord shape is going to be 3rd and 2nd finger at the 14th and 13th fret of the 1st string. We're only playing these shapes on the 1st and 3rd string. The next shape is going to be the 12th fret on the 1st and 3rd with fingers 1 and 2. That fingering is really important. Then we're going to go to 1 and 2 again. Then we're going to go back to 2 and 3. And then we're going to slide into 3 and 4 on the 5th. And then we're going to go to 4 and 3 with the 1st and 2nd fingers, and then 1 and 2. This might seem a little bit daunting at first to have to get your fingers to move like this, but trust me, this is going to help if you use these fingerings because it helps us get from position to position really quickly. So I'll play it for you once again. It's going to sound like this really slowly. The 4th string is our drone note. Big jump here because we go to the 5th fret with fingers 3 and 4. So once again. So what's really cool about that is you can hear this ringing throughout, right? That's the pedal tone. Alright, moving along to another great example is the 1975 hit Feel Like Making Love by Bad Company. This song is great because it also uses a pedal tone D. Do you remember this song? It sounds like this. Alright, let's try the chord shapes in this. The very first chord shape we have is this D chord shape right here, which is going to be the 11th fret of the 3rd string. This time we're playing all 3 strings, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The 2nd finger right here in the 11th fret. The 1st finger is going to be holding down strings 1 and 2. Now this is important. When we're playing these chords, some of these chords require what's called a hinge bar. A hinge bar would be when you take the very last segment of the finger. We have 3 segments, 1, 2, and 3. This last segment right here, you push down to collapse that part of your finger to keep these notes down. It's technically considered to be a bar chord. Okay, let's learn the song. So when we're playing this, we're going to play this first shape here, 11th fret, 10th fret, 10th fret. We're going to strum that, strum it twice. Then we're going to move that same shape down 2 frets down. That's actually a C chord right there. Then we're going to go to what looks like a D shape. Do you remember the D chord? Looks like that. It's the D shape starting here at the 7th fret, but it's really a G chord. We're going to use our pinky and then put that pinky down at the 8th fret and then come back. So we have this D chord with a hinge, C chord with a hinge, then we have this G chord. Put the 4th finger down for a suspension. Then that goes again. C chord, and then we jump down to a D chord. That's the shape that everybody knows. So it's worth noting that we could create pedal tone chord progressions with the open E string or the open A string, such as in the example that I played at the beginning of this video, which was Change the World by Eric Clapton, which So these chords could keep going with an open E, or they could keep going with an open A. But today we're going to be sticking to the open 4-string pedal tone for a few reasons. 1, it's the most commonly used. 2, it's the easiest one to learn. And 3, because the songs we learned today also use the pedal tone D chords. Alright, so for the example that I have for you today, we're going to be playing a few primary chords in the key of D with the pedal tone. We're going to be playing a D chord, a G chord, an A chord, a D chord, a G chord, and an A chord, then finally a D chord. And it looks like this. Alright, now those chord shapes do require what's called the hinge bar. I talked about that earlier, where you collapse this segment of your finger right here. So don't forget, you can make this chord progression your own by experimenting with different shapes in different positions and different rhythms. So for example, you could take this any order you want. Just randomly pick a chord. Like I could go from D up to A, and then go down to G. So like, it's a very 80s sound, by the way, but I recommend that you take these chords, memorize them, and practice moving them up and down. Like I said, it does require the hinge bar, but it's worth it to learn how to hinge bar your finger. And that's it for today. We learned about pedal tone chord progressions today. We checked out a few great songs, Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi, Feel Like Making Love by Bad Company, both of which use pedal tones to create tension and movement throughout the entire chord progressions of the songs. But now it's your turn. Use the example that I gave you in the key of D to experiment and make this your own. So if you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts and any questions you might have, and of course, don't forget to subscribe for upcoming lessons that will be coming up in the next week. Keep playing, keep experimenting, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.